Michelle Obama, but before we do, I'd like to say a few words about another phenomenal woman, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah has inspired every one of us to dream big dreams and work hard to make them come true. She's transformed America into a nation of readers, connected us to the power of ideas and the power of hope, and shown our entire nation that each of us can succeed when those around us are empowered. Her life is a testament to how one woman can change the world. And at last, finally, Oprah and I have something in common. We both usually shy away from getting involved in politics, but each of us knew that this year was different. Barack Obama's the kind of leader who comes along only once in a very long time. And we needed to step out of our lives and into this moment in history, do everything we can to help Senator Obama become our next president.
Heard about this morning. He said, let me get on over there to UCLA. Here on a Super Bowl Sunday, and we know it's Super Bowl Sunday, and we know who's doing all the work for these parties. We know. I want to thank all of you who love football and all things football. Those who love football, because I know what this means to be out here. Thank you so much. But I also know what you said to yourself. You said, just for a moment, that party's got to wait for a minute. Because there's another kind of party going on over there at UCLA. Principles and possibilities, and a party about change we can believe in. We have the chance, California, to go from Super Bowl Sunday into Super Tuesday for Barack Obama. In 48 hours, we can do that. Let me say, yes, we can. Tell you that this time last Sunday, I was dancing in my PJs when I first read that op-ed article by Caroline. Yes, I was. I was dancing, I was in the kitchen, reading the paper, and I started dancing in my PJs. You spoke to the heart of what I was feeling and the heart of what so many Americans have been feeling. We too have not had a president who inspired us the way people say they were inspired by your father, President John F. Kennedy, until now. For the first time, just like you, in our voting lives, we are moved to think about politics and the power of its possibility in a different kind of way. Because when is the last time anybody in here was at a campaign rally? When's the last time that happened to you? We're all energized. We're fired up because of one man, Barack Obama, who has been able to touch our hearts and touched our hope and already shown us the change. I know you can feel it. I know you can feel it. That's why you came out here in the rain, because you can feel it. You can feel the spirit and the energy and intelligence he has already brought to this election process. And just imagine what he's going to do when he gets in the White House. We can feel it already. He has already changed the way we see ourselves and the way we see each other. Iowa and South Carolina prove that. And with your help, California, he can change the way the rest of the world sees us. On this Tuesday. This is, I believe, a unique moment in our collective history of women's rights and civil rights, because so many people have struggled that we would have the right as women people and the right as black people to be considered as equals. And now look at this campaign. The two front runners, a black man and a woman. What that says to me is we have won the struggle. We have won the right to compete fairly and be considered as viable candidates, because this election itself is a declaration of victory for women's rights and civil rights. And now we are free. We are free for the first time to be able to take full advantage of all the rights and privileges of American citizenship we struggled so long to achieve. We are free with the right to vote our minds and our hearts. We are free. We are free to be led. We are free to be led by our hearts. We are free from the constrictions of gender and race. And for the first time, we can just vote as we believe. We can vote as we believe. And we can do that because that is what the struggle was for. That was what the struggle was for. You know, after Iowa, there were some women who had the nerve to say to me, "How could you, Oprah? How could you? You're a traitor to your gender." Yes. That's how I felt. I was both surprised by that comment and insulted, because I've been a woman my whole life. And every part of me believes in the empowerment of women, but the truth is I'm a free woman. I'm a free woman. I'm a free woman. And being free means you get to think for yourself. and you get to decide for yourself what to do. So I say I am not a traitor. No, I'm not a traitor. I'm just following my own truth, and that truth has led me to Barack Obama. When I will vote for a woman for this office, and this election has proven that that is possible. But for me, when you have a man like Barack Obama, who says, as Toni Morrison said, y'all see what Toni Morrison said? Toni Morrison says, in thinking about the strength of the candidates, I'm gonna quote her here, she says, I stunned myself when I came to the following conclusion: that in addition to keen intelligence, integrity, and a rare authenticity, Barack exhibits something that has nothing to do with age, experience, race, or gender, and something we don't see in any other candidate. That something, she said, is creative imagination, which coupled with brilliance equals wisdom. You can't train for wisdom. You can't inherit wisdom. You can't learn wisdom. You can't get wisdom in the workplace. Barack Obama has the gift of wisdom.
Yes!
Election has just brought out the best in folks, because I heard from some narrow-minded folks who said I was just voting for him because he was black, and I say that too was insulting to me. Don't play me small. I'm not that small. I'm not that small. Don't play me small. I would never vote for anyone based on gender or race. I'm voting for Barack Obama not because he's black. I'm voting for Barack Obama because he's brilliant.
Yes!
He's brilliant.
Yes! Yes!
He's brilliant. A lot of women who say that they'd already made up their mind before this race started. They say, I'm a woman, I have to vote for a woman. I say that's one way to go. But as free women, you have the right to change your mind. As free women, you have the right to change your mind. That's in this election and in all things. You have the right to change your mind. That's whether we're talking about families or jobs, relationships, trouble with your meals. You have the right to change your mind. You're not a traitor because you believe and see a better way. I tell all of my friends, and we've had some heated discussions, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just asking you to think and be led by what is the truth for you. Even my Republican friends say that there's something about Barack Obama that touches him. I have a lot of Republican friends. They're nice people too. And they say there's something about them that touches them. One of my Republican friends says they were watching, the family was watching the Republican debates the other day, and they have a 3-year-old son. And their 3-year-old son was watching the television and said, "Where is Rockamama? Where is Rockamama?" the child shall lead them.